3 mobility balls when some people don't even have any.
You know. Are for sale, Lisa. They are for sale.
I have got one, not me.
Okay, that's good.
I got a giant one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
we up to yeast and mobility balls. Ooh, you got the biggest one, Kai.
I know. Too easy, Viv. All right.
Oh, Kai. How I've missed you.
I know. All right, guys. So I think this is a lot. Everybody got some sort of accoutrement to work with. Jack, what are you working with in the end? What is that?
I got one of these things from my washing machine, but it's pretty spongy.
Yeah, that won't work at all.
Oh, I do have a roller and a stick.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. First 2 movements, you're going to probably be using your thumb.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Let me just grab something to sit on. Oh. Random yoga chair. Okay. So first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be working the forearm. Okay. So this is going to be mildly unpleasant. All right. So what we're going to do is palm is going to be down. Okay. We're going to come right up to the crook of the elbow here, and there's this big muscle there. And we're just going to come into this little hollow between the armpit and this muscle. You should be able to feel it. When you put your thumb in there, it should feel pretty uncomfortable. Okay. So if you don't have a ball, Jack, what you're going to be doing is getting your thumb in there, things on the other side, and you're going to be, oh, that is awful. You're going to be pressing your thumb into it. Those of you with the ball, what we're going to do, we're going to put the ball in there, push in, twist the ball as hard as you can to take up the slack in the skin. That's it. There. So in, push, twist. And then we're going to be flexing the wrist to start off with. Ooh. Okay, try and keep that pressure up. So I know it's going to be quite tempting to let that pressure ease off, but don't. As we get further into this, we can put our hand onto the top of the ball and put your body weight into it. We can get in there nice and tight. You can hook the fingers in to keep that pressure up. And then we're just going to open fingers here. And we're going to spread the fingers out. And do the same again with spread fingers. Adjust that pressure, get that pressure back up. Okay, and we're going to do circles. Oh, I don't like that one. Hey, Kate.
Hi.
Look at you. Your mum used to have hair like that before she was a boy.
Thank you, Kai.
You're welcome, Viv.
So much easier being a boy.
Sorry?
So much easier being a boy.
Peeing standing up, am I right? And change directions. Oh, Kate, you know what you need to, you have to get your mum for Christmas now, don't you? A shiwi.
What?
And the transformation will be complete. And flex that wrist again.
I'm sure.
All right.
This is
So I want you to get a lot of pressure onto that ball now. Okay, we're going to make a fist. Clench as hard as you can. Get that pressure on the ball. And then relax. All right. Really get that ball in there deep. Lift the hand. Spread the fingers. Oh, that's fun, isn't it? Fist. Clench. Relax. Clench. Relax. And stop. Oh, shake the hand out. All right. Oh, that's fun. So now that we've warmed that up, we're going to get into the wrist. All right. So with your wrist here, you're going to follow the thumb back. Okay. And you see where my little tan line is there? As we come in, there's a little hollow on the wrist. There. All right. If you get your thumb into it, it should be uncomfortable. So you come back past the tan line and down into here. Okay. Can you all see where that is? Follow the thumb back. Past where your watch strap would be. You come over the bone and there's a little dip. Yeah? Here. Oh. Basically, there should be a little dip between the bones. If you put your thumb in there and press, it should hurt. If it doesn't hurt, you're in the wrong place. Have a feel around until you want to bite something in pain. All right, so Jack, you without your ball, you're going to keep your thumb in there. Ooh, the rest of us.
Is it between my wee things?
Shit. Is it between your wee things?
Is it here?
See this bit of my wrist? Is it like in there?
I can't really see how far back you are. Come closer.
Like my, that's my bone.
No, you're too far up there. So there's a little lump here as you come down from the thumb, and it's just behind that. Okay, it's quite a small little dent, and then we're going to put the ball into there. Same thing. We're going to push in. Be a little bit careful here. This can be quite painful. We're going to twist that ball. Push in again. So keep the pressure even. Don't try and crush the hand at this point. And we're going to just little gentle movements up and down. If you hit the right place, you should feel this pretty much on the other side of the wrist. You should feel like a shooting sensation going through. Okay. Once it eases up, I'm going to increase that pressure. Twist. Make a fist. Wince and relax. Okay, keep the pressure up on the ball. Make a fist. That pain should start to ease off. Then clench the fist tight. Push the ball in, twist, and relax. Let that ball go in. And then we're just going to do little circles with the wrist, small circles. Okay. If you get like an electric shock through the wrist, it's probably fine. Probably. I mean, it's the worst thing that can happen here. And change direction with those circles. And back the other way. Okay, and relax. Shake the hand out. We're going to change sides. Oh, feels horrible. Okay, so we're going to come back up onto the right arm now. So find that little bit again. So we're going to come up basically that little hollow in the big muscle here. Okay, should be able to get your thumb in there quite a distance. All right, so find it, support it, get the ball in,
For God's sake.
pressure on there, give it a little twist, and then up and down with the hand. Nice and simple. Splay the fingers, spread them out. Not too much pressure to start off with. It's going to get worse, remember. Make a fist. Relax. Okay. Let's get that pressure back in. So adjust. More pressure. Twist in. Let's go for some circles. Change direction. Okay. Bit more pressure. Flex. Spread the fingers. A little bit more pressure if you can. Okay, make a fist. tense up. Pressure on that ball. And relax, slowly let that ball sink into the muscle. And again, squeeze. And we're just gonna flex. And circles. Change direction. Okay, to the wrist again. So remember, come back past that little bone into this little hollow back of the wrist there. You're gonna get that ball in. Push, twist, nice and gentle to start off with. We're just gonna flex.
I genuinely don't think I have a dent.
Neither.
I mean, you definitely do. Unless you're a freak, which I
No
would
comment.
say is impossible for either of you. Okay, let's get a little bit more pressure into there. Little circles. Change direction. Okay. Make a fist, squeeze, and let's increase that pressure on the ball a little bit. So push down, twist, clench, and relax the fist a few times. And circles with the wrist. iPhone has entered the waiting room. Who on earth is that? Okay. Oh, he's back. Wait, Alan, you're here twice now. All right. And change direction. And flex. Okay, relax. Shake that hand out. All right. So we're just going to do a little wrist stretch now, just to ease those wrists off a little bit and to make some use out of all that work you've just done. So come down to the floor for me. I want you to turn your hands so your fingers are facing back towards you. All right, you're going to be like this. You should basically bring your weight forward so you don't feel any stretch on the wrists. And then we're just going to keep the heel of the hand down, move the weight back. All right, just to get a little bit of a stretch from that wrist. Bring the weight forward again. And back.
Robin, is that you yawning?
Me? No, it was Anna.
Or is that Anna?
What?
I just laughed.
And relax. And we're just going to turn the hands over. So the palm is facing up. And from here, we're just going to try and push gently down towards the floor. Okay, so I don't want you putting loads of body weight on this. We're just going from this position here and slowly trying to get the back of the hands down to the floor. Keep the fingers flat down as well. All right, and relax. Cool. So now we're going to do the unpleasant stuff. We are going to be getting into your chest and deltoids now. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working from here, coming under the collarbone there, All right, and there's a little bit here where you can feel where your chest and your shoulder muscles sort of separate out from each other. All right, there's a little dent there. You can tell me you don't have a dent there? So move towards the outside of your collarbone and move out, 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 and you can feel the outside of your deltoid. And then there's a little line here, your pec. Basically, if you push in, your fingers will sink in. You all got it? Good, because we're going to do something unpleasant to it. So if you have a really tight chest, you might need something to put the ball on. So I'll just show you what we're going to do. From here, I'm going to pop this ball into that area. I'm going to get my weight into, oh, that's horrible, into it here. If I'm really tight or my pecs are slightly too large, then you can bring something in. Oh, that makes it so much worse. All right, to lift that ball a little bit higher. And then this hand here is going to be coming from overhead position here, keeping that pressure up, coming behind the back. This hand here is going to be supporting the ball and twisting it in. So this ball will be going from here. I'm going to twist it to take up the slack in that skin. All right. If you have, does anybody have one of these larger balls? No? All right, cool. These are ideal for this sort of thing as well. It's a little bit more painful, but it's good for getting into that chunky stuff. So if you want to grab yourself a book or something like that to put underneath your ball, Jack, you can do this with your grid roller. Essentially the same thing. You're going to use the edge of a grid roller here. Get it. Oh, I pity you now, Jack. Right? You're going to get the edge of that. Oh, that is so much worse. Edge of that grid roller. I think my arm's paralyzed. And you're going to be doing the same movement with that grid roller, all right? Everybody ready? No, I'm seeing movement still. Oh, okay. So get that ball in. Twist it in. Take up the slack on that skin. You're going to have your hand behind your back, palm facing up. All right. And we're going to do, palm facing up. Bring that hand slowly out as wide as you can and overhead. All right. If you feel like you need a bit more pressure into it, you can lever yourself up into it with the other hand. That's it. So it's nice, big movements. Okay. Remember, this hand is supporting that ball and twisting it in. So keep that movement as big as possible. Oh. That's it. So try and move slowly and keep that pressure constant through the whole movement. Anybody regretting yesterday's pike push-ups yet? Okay, keep that hand behind your back, palm facing up, and I want you to lift your elbow up as high as you can and roll your weight into that ball. And just gently move from side to side. Very small movements, just getting that ball deeper into the muscle. Nice and slow. Bring that hand overhead. Take the ball out. We're going to change sides. Go away, young man. Okay, so remember, work to the outside of that collarbone and just bring the ball in just between your deltoid and your pec. Body weight into it. Twist the ball to take up the slack. And we're going to come into these big movements. All right, nice and slow. Try and keep that pressure constant throughout the movement.
Can't do that.
Let's leave that hand behind the back. Lift that elbow as high as you can. And then just move side to side slightly, going across that tissue. All right, and relax. Okay. So next we're coming to, some horrible stuff behind the back. Okay, so have a little rest. What's the next one? All right, the next one's not too bad. So we're gonna be on the floor. All right, for this one, we're gonna be putting the ball here. All right, so when my arm is up in this position, you can see again there's a little hollow where we go down off the bone and we're into some nasty little bits of tissue here. All right, so we're going to pop the ball there, and then we're going to lie back like this here, and the movement is going to be keeping that elbow down, just moving that hand backwards and forwards. If you want to make it worse, you roll onto your side here to increase that pressure on the ball. You can do this. Okay, everyone got it? So remember, the arm is at a right angle. We want a right angle from your lats to your triceps and a right angle up. So bring that elbow higher up in line with your shoulder, Anya. Not higher up here, further up the body.
Oh.
There you go, there, spot on. All right, and just make sure that shoulder doesn't come up off the floor. Try and keep the whole of your tricep on the floor as you do the movement. Roll that weight into it.
Where's the ball?
Sorry?
Is the ball being used in this one?
It's just behind your shoulder. Where have you been?
Yeah, sorry, I had to do that thing.
Here.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So roll slightly into that ball, get more pressure into it. Anna, have you stopped moving?
I'm still moving.
Sorry?
I am still moving, just very slightly. It hurts.
Is it your right arm you're working with? Left, sorry.
Left.
So bring that elbow up so it's in line with your shoulder on the floor.
There.
Like that, yeah. So you should look like one of those lucky cats you see in a Chinese takeaway. It's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
move with the arm. That's it. All right, we're going to change sides.
Oh. Painful.
So you can roll onto your side to get more pressure into it if you want.
Oh.
Just going to do little lucky cat waves.
I can't get my arm on the floor. Is it just because my shoulder's so tight?
You can't get your tricep to the floor.
No.
Oh, wow.
Is the ball in the wrong place, maybe?
No, that just sounds like you're really tight. Let's have a look.
Oh, I don't know. I'm out.
Okay, and your elbow doesn't go to the ground?
Oh, it's a bit more now.
Okay. You do have very tight shoulders, don't you?
Yeah.
Cool. That's all right, that's fine. Just a few more seconds. All right, out we come. All right, so this is all your nice big build-up for the fun stuff. Yeah, I know, stinker. We're going to get into your lats now. Oh, and Jack, you'll be happy to know that you're going to be perfectly well off with your grid roller for this.
Great.
All right, so we're going to be doing overhead tissue smash, okay? We can do this. I would normally do this against the wall just because it's a little bit easier. But you can do it with a grid roller. I'll show you both versions. So up against the wall there. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be side onto the wall here. All right, the ball is going to come just to the outside of my armpit there, right into that big body of the lat. I'm going to bend at the elbow to make it a little bit easier to get in. Ooh, shit. And then I'm going to get some weight into this, and I'm going to, oh, that's so much fun. Oh, you lucky people. I'm going to rotate across this, and I'm going to slowly move it down my lats as well. All right. So the more we can rotate around, the more we can get into the back here. We can get into that serratus as well. Oh, it's so much fun. Yep. Okay, cool. And then, if you're doing it with a grid roller, same sort of thing, but you're going to be down on the floor here, and we can reach out hand over head, and you're going to be rolling yourself around that grid roller here. Oh, it's just so unpleasant. All right. So, if you have a grid roller, feel free to use it. It's slightly worse because you can get a bit more weight into it, but you get more pressure across more of your lat. If you're using a ball, then it can be selectively worse depending on whether or not you find an uncomfortable spot. The good thing with the ball is it's more specific, so if you find somewhere tight, you can get into it. All right. If you don't have access to a wall, because obviously they are rare commodities. You can do this with a ball on the floor. Ah, but this is the worst thing ever. I would not wish that upon very many people. Viv, if you just want to do it on the floor, that's fine. All right.
What's the best, the pedal or the ball? I've got both.
What's what, sorry?
What one would you recommend?
For you, I'd go with the grid roller for you.
What about, I'm the same guy.
Get your grid roller.
Yeah.
Yeah, use a grid roller. If you've got a grid roller, use it. All right.
I don't.
You want to make sure you're reaching up overhead as much as possible when you're on a grid roller. If we're on the wall, I'll make this even worse. Use my big ball. But on the wall, we're going to want to get distance away from that wall. So we're almost lunging in to get more body weight into it. And then we're going to start rolling across. Okay, so you want to bring it all the way around as far back as you can to get into that nasty tissue. Okay, so let's get going. Laura, I feel like you're missing the, there you go. Don't just rest. So Lisa, bring that arm off the floor and reach overhead. No, the one that's on the floor, bring it off the floor, reach overhead and get some weight into it. Don't just lie on it. If you're against the wall and you're flexible enough, you can bring your hand overhead. That should make this slightly worse. Oh. If you're doing this on the grid roller, the hand that's on the bottom needs to come off the floor and you need to reach as hard as you can overhead. So reach out, make that arm straight and reach out to open up the socket. If you're on the wall, you want to move that ball down slightly now. And if you're on the grid roller, I want you to roll slightly so that grid roller comes slightly lower down your body. Yeah, and let's bring that ball down and bring the grid roller down again. So I want you just below your armpit now. Should be a little bit bonier. It's going to be a little bit more uncomfortable. And I want you to come as far around towards the back as you can. Lisa, make that a happier face. Straighten the arm out. There you go. Rory, that just looks like you're resting now.
It's just all right.
All right. Just relax. Take a second. So your lats are huge muscles, and if they're tight, they're going to do a lot to affect your overhead position. So a lot of you who struggle in this sort of position like this, a lot of this can be relieved just by loosening up those lats, all right? If this hurts you a lot, then it's something you should be doing every couple of days for a while until it doesn't hurt as much, all right? Let's do the other side. I just see Colette attacking James. Do it again. Get him again. Nice. All right. Up into that chunky bit of tissue at the top, right at the top of the armpit. And just roll. So as with all of this stuff, if it doesn't hurt, move on to somewhere where it does. So remember, if you're on that grid roller, straighten that arm out and reach up as high as you can. Okay, let's come down a little bit lower. Was that whimpering?
Yeah.
Whoever that was, they need to do this more often. Don't be afraid to get a bit more pressure on there. It's just pain, unless it feels better afterwards. All right, and let's come down just below the armpit. All right. Oh, let's stop that nonsense there. Cool. Oh, bloody hell. So I'm guessing that last one was fairly uncomfortable for pretty much all of you, yeah?
Yeah.
Did anybody find that really easy and comfortable? Anyone? You can wave, look smug. No, nobody's looking smug. All right. So if that was uncomfortable, you should look at trying to do that 2 or 3 times a week for a while. All right, put some effort in. I mean, what else have you got except time right now? If you can loosen that off, that will make this overhead position a lot better. All right, and it will make loosening off your traps later on easier as well. All right, that's it for today. If you've got any questions, then I can hang around for a little bit afterwards. Next class is not for another 15 minutes. Otherwise, I'll see you all Friday for, I think Friday's really quite a nice class. And what's wrong with me? Oh yeah, lovely stretching. Shoulders, lats, thoracic spine, nothing unpleasant on Friday at all. All right, I know, I don't know what I've done wrong. Cool, all right guys. I shall see you all soon.
Thanks, guys.
Always a pleasure.
Bye, guys.
Bye.